Hi, my name is Tammy Oakley. I'm with Caldwell Banker King Thompson. I've been with the company for about 7 years now, and primarily I focus on first-time home buyers here in the Central Ohio area. My goal is really just to understand their wants and needs and to place them in the home of their dreams.
Okay, Tammy, I'm a first-time home buyer, and I know nothing about the process. Can you help me out and explain to me what process that I should expect?
Certainly. Usually what I like to do is have a brief telephone conversation with the potential buyer, or if they're more comfortable meeting me on a one-on-one basis, inviting them into the office. I like to sit down with my buyer and just kind of get an understanding of what their wants and needs are as far as the type of home they're looking for. At that time, we'll talk a little bit about their potential credit history, and I'll give them a list of potential lenders that they can speak to. I try to get an idea of what type of financing they are looking for, whether it be 100% financing or if they have some funds to bring to closing.
Okay, so if I don't know what kind of financing I would need, can you help guide me in that direction?
Yes, at that point I would put them in touch with a lender who could schedule a time to talk with them to get their financing needs worked out.
Okay, when would we begin to go out and look at homes?
Usually we'll start that process after the client makes their contact with the lender, because then I'll have an idea of how much house they can afford, and at that point then I'll either begin to start sending them homes via email for them to look at, or they can stop by the office and we can certainly sit down together in front of the computer and go through them.
Now, do you prefer, if I'm a first-time home buyer, do you prefer that I go out onto a web portal like Realtor.com and look for homes on my own?
Yes, you can certainly do that. One website that I would certainly direct them to would be the King Thompson website. All those listings are real-time listings, and they'll have access to every listing at their fingertips.
Okay, and do you give us guidance on, as a first-time home buyer, as to the conditions of homes? I mean, can you help us when it comes to helping us understand whether or not when we find a home, if that home's in a condition that fits our needs?
Yes, when we go through the home, I pretty much can gather what type of financing that home will qualify. And if we're not sure at that point, then I'll certainly make a call to the lender, giving them a brief description of the interior and exterior of the home, and they should be able to let me know if that home will potentially qualify for that type of mortgage.
Okay. How long does the process take, if you could put a timeline in terms of days, weeks? What kind of a time frame do we look at being a first-time home buyer?
Usually from the time that a client decides on a home to closing, depending on the loan, a conventional loan could be about 30 days. FHA loans could take 45 to 60 days. And a lot of it is going to be depending upon the buyer, how quickly they choose a home. We have some buyers that can walk in the first home and fall in love with it, and we write a contract, and there are other times where we've spent several months looking for a home. So.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate your help with that, and we hope people out there will certainly give you a call if they have a need to find a home.
Thank you for your time.
Okay, so Tammy, tell me, as a first-time home buyer, what kind of homes are out in the market today that we could potentially make an offer on?
Well, there's quite a few different types of homes. There are bank-owned homes, which are REO homes. We have short sale homes. There are homes that...
It's all right.
There are brand new homes available, new build homes. There are also resale homes, homes that are in need of disrepair that would only qualify for certain types of loans. There are also sheriff sale homes. all of these homes, a real estate agent can help their potential client through that process of buying.
Okay, so each specific type of home that you'd mentioned, they're going to have their own intricacies. They're going to have their own quirks, and some may actually be able to be purchased sooner rather than later.
Correct. For instance, a short sale home and a bank foreclosed home may have a little longer process to go through and a little more lengthy time to close.
Now, resale homes and new homes, if a first-time buyer were looking in that arena of home, again, those are available and have a quicker turnaround in terms of closing?
That's correct. Potentially a resale home and a new home, you can close within 30 to 45 days depending on the type of loan that a buyer is going to obtain.
Okay. And in the market today, I assume that there's a lot of inventory that a first-time home buyer could choose from, just kind of depending on where they want to be.
That's correct.